Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video with Dice in the Sphere. So, humans have relationships, whether it is with other humans they care, plants they care, or animals or pets which they care for. But have you ever wondered about relationships between individual species as a whole instead of individual organisms? Yes, so I have an answer for your question, and that is symbiotic relationships. So there are three symbiotic relationships. So the first one is mutualism. So in these relationships, both organisms will benefit. So for instance, if there is the mutualistic relationship between a clownfish and sea anemones. I don't know the exact way to pronounce it. So the clownfish find protection among the anemone's stinging tentacles, and while in return bring food to the anemone and help to clean it. So it is like the dynamic between a house owner and a maid. If the anemone is the house owner, the clownfish is the maid. The house owner arranges the maid to live there as well sometimes, rarely I think, not all the time. And the clownfish will also cook food. The maid will also cook food and help to clean the establishment, the house. So it is basically the same dynamic. Replace the maid with the clownfish and the house owner with the anemone. Yes. So this is one single example. There are still thousands of more examples. So if you don't know what an anemone is, yes. And also another question. If you saw the movie Finding Nemo, you might notice that the protagonists of the movie, which are Nemo and Marley and the clownfish themselves, live in an anemone, those very tingly things. Yes. So next is commensalism. So in this relationship, only one organism benefits, while the other is neither helped nor harmed. So one of them has some benefits, while the other nothing happens to the other. The other one just stays there. An example could be the relationship between a fish known as remoras and larger marine animals like sharks. So for this example, let's take sharks as the larger marine animal. So remoras hitch a ride on sharks, feeding on scraps of food left behind by the shark's meals without harming the shark itself. So the shark does not get benefits nor it is hurt. Meanwhile, the remora gets a nice ride and fills its stomach. And also one fun fact to kind of just stick on and eat those food and eat the scraps of food. These remoras have kind of a sticky thing. A few suckers on their chest region. Yes. So there are still many other examples of this, but this is a very much well-known example of commensalism. It kind of sounds like communism, but it's not. So this is commensalism, and last and finally the third type, parasitism. So this involves one organism known as the parasite benefiting at the expense of the host organism, which is the one being affected in the bad way. So there is basically one organism which kind of takes all expense. Just is a very big. Just a very bad thing for the host organism. Yeah. So it just then goes into the host organism, steals all of its resources, and then just lives all of its life happily. So this is basically what parasitism is. So let's take an example. So we'll take an example between the relationship between tapeworms and their hosts. Like host means pretty much anything. Humans are hosts, dogs can be hosts, cows, birds, many things can be hosts. Pretty much a lot of things. Yeah. So okay, let's see this. So tapeworms absorb nutrients from the host digestive system. So you see, the tapeworms enter the digestive system of the host in a weird way, somehow. Yes. So in the digestive system, these tapeworms just steal all the nutrients, leaving the host itself malnutritioned and starving without much nutrition. So this could cause harm or disease to the host. Yes. So this is much a direct way of parasitism, but there's also another way of parasitism, which is indirect. Yes. So this example is cuckoo birds. Cuckoos, those clocks that are there. So even if they don't directly harm other birds, they lay eggs in other birds' nests, making those other birds needing to take care of the cuckoo's offspring, while the cuckoo flies away to be never ever seen by its child. Horrible parenting over there. You just give your child to another person and you hope that they take care of it, and you don't even tell them that the person is taking care of your child, and you just go and never be see your child ever in your life, in your existence. So these are the three symbiotic relationships. So they are different from individual relationships because in an individual relationship, only two or more individuals, just individuals, one living being in a species have a relationship. Meanwhile, symbiotic relationships are between two or more species. Pretty much all individuals in the species have a relation between the all relationships in all other individuals in the other species, like that. So this is for today about about symbiotic relationships, and yeah. So bye.